Hey there, what's going on? Muriel here. In today's video, talk about real estate Costa Rica and tips for investment. And this video, this topic is not just for people looking to invest in real estate in Costa Rica, but it is for existing real estate owners. It is for those who are indeed looking for real estate in Costa Rica. But I also have some practical tips for realtors, all based on what I've seen and heard living here in Costa Rica. I invested in my own property here in Costa Rica. I moved to Costa Rica back in 2018 with my husband Dirk and 2 children, and my channel is dedicated to share everything I've learned so far to serve those around the world who are looking for information based on Costa Rica. And today, like I said, I want to touch really deep on real estate in Costa Rica, especially in 2020, because I was looking up, I get a lot of questions on my YouTube channel, and I was looking for information that is existing on YouTube, and it's outdated because everything has changed. The marketplace has changed. The real estate market is not the same anymore as it used to be before COVID. So if you're excited to hear what I have to say, some really practical tips that you can apply, like I said, for 3 groups of people, the prospects, the people who are looking for buying real estate, the real estate owners and the realtors, I think you can all take away something from my video. Not that I am the expert, like I said, I just share what I picked up that I have learned myself. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, this might be the right moment to do so. You see a little picture, little icon here on the screen at the bottom. You can tap it and hit the bell icon, and that way you subscribe to my channel and receive a notification every time I upload a new video. And that might be exactly something that you're looking for. All about Costa Rica and everything that I have learned myself as an expat living here. Like I said, today I'm gonna be diving deep into the topic real estate in Costa Rica, but especially real estate in 2020. Now, first of all, I am not a real estate expert. You know, I am Muriel. I moved to Costa Rica, I bought my property, and while I did it, I started to dive deep. I did like self-study about everything that has to do with real estate. And I am serving you with this information because I see a lot of people making tons of mistakes, and that way they're missing out on reaching their goals, like buying their dream property, buying their dream real estate, or people who own real estate just cannot find the right buyers because they just miss out because they're missing certain steps. And I also hear people who are looking for property and they hooked up with a realtor, and the realtor is just pushing them into some kind of deal that the people are not waiting for. So I think with what I have learned so far, there must be at least one person that I can serve with my details. So let me just dive right in. What has happened with me myself is that I came for vacationing in Costa Rica. I fell in love with Costa Rica, and this is how a lot of people end up buying property and real estate in Costa Rica. That they fall in love, they decide, you know, I'm going to invest real estate in Costa Rica, and I'm gonna, you know, my goal is to see short-term or long-term return of investment back because the marketplace is super. Well, this was how it was before COVID hit Costa Rica and the whole world, right? So basically, I'm not saying that the real estate market in Costa Rica has totally broke down. That's not the case because the borders are opening again, and there's lots of people around the world searching for a place to live, to move and live abroad, especially Costa Rica, because it's a real expat-friendly country. While a lot of people are unhappy with the place that they're currently living, I believe that, however, the marketplace right now is totally different than before COVID. There are a lot of opportunities in real estate here in Costa Rica. What happened with a lot of people, they vacation, they fall in love with a property, they decide to invest, but they make crucial mistakes. Whether that is they invest real estate for themselves, right, to live there, they forget to just check out the property, the real estate, like what it does, what is the weather the whole year round, like what are the neighbors, what is the infrastructure around the real estate, For example, a lot of people just are sold on a piece of real estate because there is a road just recently built, or there is a big promise from the municipality that there will be public water in that area. Well, what happens in daily life, often here in Costa Rica, that's one of the things that I have learned, is that those processes take way longer than you're probably used to in your country of origin. Like, for example, I am from Europe, from the Netherlands, where the infrastructure is unique, perfect, up to date, and processes are pretty quick at the municipalities, asking for when you apply for building permits, etc., etc. But in Costa Rica it's different. So if you have wrong expectations, if you want to make a quick sell investment and just expect quick results, then you know, you will probably be disappointed or even make a wrong business investment. Because if you're looking for a fast return of investment on investing in real estate in Costa Rica in 2020, I think you're missing out on the updates that's happening today. So but most people fall in love, and so they don't know the property, the area, and they just do a quick buy, trust a realtor who is actually benefiting, of course, themselves in selling something that they benefit from. And because most people are not informed about the location, about Costa Rica rules, regulations, values, and all processes around real estate investment, I know many people who bought something who really regret it and even left the country, and now they have a piece of real estate standing there and they have to keep on pumping money in it because, you know, you need caretakers. You cannot just leave a house, a building how do you say that, unguarded, because if it's not the jungle taking over, it's people who want to steal, break in whatsoever, right? That was also a biggest fear of people having property and real estate here at the Pacific areas, where the biggest demand. Most people who buy property and real estate love that, to have that around the Pacific areas, right, where the most family vacation homes are. But when COVID broke out, a lot of property owners were not able to go through their own property and were really afraid that their buildings would be stolen from, right? So there is a lot to say about real estate Costa Rica in 2020 compared with how it was before COVID. But I don't want to dive too much in that. Most people fall in love and are not informed enough before they invest in something, and this is my big warning. I think most people get rewarded by buying a real beautiful piece of real estate by taking more time than just talking to a realtor and just close the deal and just celebrate. I think you best go with talking to lots of locals, people already invested in real estate. Do not just focus on realtors, but also just private people like myself. People ask me about real estate, like, do you know places to buy in your area? Yes, I do. You know, I'm actually connecting real estate owners with real estate prospects because they ask me, and I do know a lot of people who have a lot of pieces of real estate and they want to sell it because right now there's a lot of properties empty because there's not enough tourists for long-term rentals, right? So this message is for real estate owners who invested in real estate before the economy crashed, the COVID economy crashed, and now they're seeing no long-term renters, right? So they invested in beautiful properties, beautiful real estate, having those high ticket long-term rentals, short-term rentals. I'm talking about thousands of dollars per night rentals. They are here in Santa Teresa, but now their buildings are empty. Caretakers have to be paid, workers have to be paid, taxes have to be paid, the bills have to be paid, like electricity, Wi-Fi, water, everything. I see very very successful real estate owners. They're broke, they are in panic, and for those watching, I can just recommend you have to learn, this is my biggest advice, to leverage the internet, because there are people wanting to rent from you or to buy from you, but they cannot find you because probably you are still relying on existing website or sponsors, realtors or travel companies sending you the traffic and the future clients, right? Well, if you look at self-made business owners, self-made millionaires these days, they don't rely on others paying them commissions for their traffic and their eyeballs sending to your websites. You can do that yourself by using YouTube, for example. So if you are a real estate owner and you're facing empty buildings, no renters, no tourists, and you see your money shrinking and you're getting in panic, this might be the time for you to start leveraging YouTube, to start leveraging having a website that will be found, like blogging, to be dynamically there, visible online for people like the average person who has a budget to buy or to rent something long-term in a country such as Costa Rica. They are searching on YouTube, I assure you, because you are looking for information about YouTube. Now you found my video. So if you're a real estate owner and you're looking for people to buy your property, right, you can attract people to you, but you have to be visible. And yeah, how to do it? Well, there are several ways to do it. Best is to message me, send me a text message on Facebook. I will add a link in the description below. Let's have a dialogue. There are several ways that I can show you how, because you know, this is what I do. It starts to rain, so I'm not sure how long I can sit here under a little mango tree, but now I'm going to dive into tips for people looking for real estate in Costa Rica in 2020 and further, after the crush, the COVID economy stuff happening in the world, that if you take the time to look around, to come to the location in Costa Rica, do your research, talk to people, and also be aware of the fact that there's a lot of fire sales right now. Like I said before, there's a lot of real estate owners who want to get rid of pieces of real estate because they are not seeing enough return of investment and they're getting towards bankruptcy even. I know people, they're flat broke. A big transformation, while before there were big income earners with their real estate. It's crazy, I know, but that's why I'm serving information for both groups, like for the prospect who's looking to buy real estate, to advise you to take the time, visit properties, ask with people, and even do your best to find locals to connect you with property and real estate owners, and focus on making a great investment without a realtor. Not to just ruin the business of realtors, because my respect for you, but everyone has their own benefit, right? So I know so many people who have beautiful mansions, who deserve to have awesome investors taking over their property, and it's really not necessary to have a realtor. I bought my property without a realtor. I just had an awesome, good attorney doing all the due diligence about the property, how it was registered, how much I could build on my property, about the real estate, you know, already there on the property, and all my wishes. You can look that up at the local municipalities. You can do your due diligence, but with a good attorney, you are not alone, and you're basically not depending on a realtor at all, right? So yeah, let's get back to, if you are looking to invest in real estate in Costa Rica in 2020, you know, come to Costa Rica, travel around, look at the climate, but like in general, what most people do wrong is that they focus on places where there's more infrastructure, like big cities. But while in general, if you're looking to invest in real estate, to have a short-term return of investment by renting it out, right, to invest in a property with a building on it, most people in general make the mistake that they forget that the most rentees want to be at the Pacific side of Costa Rica. So if you're focusing on investing in big city like San Jose, Alajuela, you know, other places, I think you're missing out. I think most tourists or expat, temporarily expat, long-term expats want to be at the Pacific Ocean side. So that's still the area where there's the biggest demand, whereas I believe personally, like I said, I don't know everything, I'm just talking from my heart what I've learned, where the best way of your return of investment is, because when tourists are coming, they're going to the ocean side. Even people from San Jose and Alajuela, they come vacationing here at the Pacific side. Oh, there's all these flies flying around. You don't see it, but there's like thunder in the air, and there's these little flies flying around my face. You cannot see them, but they're itchy. Welcome to Costa Rica. If you don't like insects, don't come to Costa Rica. So perhaps I go back and forth, but this is a very dimensional video because there's so much to say about it, and there are so many so-called experts to find online right now, but it's actually outdated information. Costa Rica real estate market has changed, so I want you to realize that. Yeah, basically, if you are looking for investment in real estate in Costa Rica, you have to be clear on what you want to see as a return of investment, right? Do you just want to invest your property? For example, you have someone left you money, right? And you want to just put it not on the bank but in real estate, and you are not in a hurry and you want to see return of investment in 10 years, that's cool. But in general, it's a very uncertain market. You don't know what the marketplace will do in 10 years, right? You have to do your due diligence about, is there water on the property? A lot of people forget to do due diligence about it, and a property buying without water, without a registered well or a municipality water line is worthless, because you will never be able to build on that property, right? So just, I know a lot of people who invested in real estate and they have a useless piece of property because they are not able to extend the property with building their dream house, because they're not able to get permits. I created another video about it, the dangers of buying property, real estate in Costa Rica according to building. A lot of people are not informed. They just have themselves pushed by a realtor in buying a property because the realtor has the benefit to sell it for their own benefit. So talk to multiple people and talk to people who you feel you can trust, who already been there, right? That's what I did before I bought this property. I talked to a lot of people who also bought property, and I can tell you stories of people who bought with the realtor. They bought property that appeared to be half of an existing property owner. So they ended up, after starting the building process of new buildings to rent out, high ticket rental, long-term, short-term rentals for Airbnb, they ended up having to give back a piece of the property to the original owner. And they had a realtor and they had an attorney, but they both didn't do the due diligence well enough. You know what I'm saying? Not to frighten you, but this stuff happens, and not just one time. It happens a lot. So know who you're working with, know who to trust, and don't do any purchase without you are assured that your attorney knows what he or she is doing and that it's a clean investment, right? So it takes time. It took us time to find this. Don't be in a hurry. Costa Rica is not a rushing culture. It's not for nothing called the Pura Vida lifestyle. Things go slowly here. So you cannot just poof, 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 invest in property and go, go, go. You know, processes take time, permits take time, due diligence process take time, taking the measurements. It takes time, but when you have something perfect for you, you can enjoy it long term, right? So yeah, so far I think I covered a lot already. Now I have a couple of call to actions for, depending on which type of person you are who's watching, for the existing real estate owners. and you have not enough prospects visiting your property, visiting your real estate offers, this is my best advice for you. Learn how to leverage the internet. Or if you see all the expenses, just, you know, leave your account, because you have to keep up with all the cost of caretakers, you know, keep up with the property, keep it proper, keep it clean, etc., etc. You're looking for passive income to run at the side of your real estate business. In general, it's not what real estate owners and investors are used to, but these days it is easy to also build up residual income, passive income at the side of your real estate business to cover all those costs that you may have right now because of having enough rentees, right? Or having enough sales, right? So that is my first call to action. Then go to the very first link in the description below and learn how you can generate passive income streams at the spot starting today. And it's possible, so because it's done by me, it's done by thousands of others. So can you. It's just opening up another window. If you could, you know, invest in real estate, you can invest in an online business, a franchise type of business, affiliate marketing business. It's not complicated, you just have to follow a certain process. That's my call to action number one for existing real estate owners, right, in Costa Rica right now, who are having a hard time with their business. Second, for the second group of people watching who are somewhere in the world and really have a budget to invest in real estate in Costa Rica these days, 2020, don't believe the information that is uploaded on the websites, on YouTube, made before COVID, because the marketplace is always depending, the value of real estate is depending on what is available and what's the demand right now. There's lots of fire sales, so what used to be a very high quality, valuable, great price to sell a property right now, you might be very lucky, come at the right time at the right place and invest in it for a fire sale price. But you should remember, what is your goal with that purchase? Do you want to see short-term return of investment by renting it out? Also for you, it means there's not so much tourists yet. It used to be 2 million tourists per year, which still the borders are closed for many states of the US. So don't make that mistake, right? Know what you're doing with your budget. And if you're looking just to buy property to live there, I think you're in the best position right now in Costa Rica 2020, because like I said, a lot of people want to get rid of their real estate because they are hitting bankruptcy. People want to get rid of some pieces of property that they used to rent out. Yeah, you might be able to find your dream place in Costa Rica right now for a ridiculous 50% discount or even more, because the owners are desperate, in need for a buyer. Now, I cannot help you with finding perfect real estate or property elsewhere, everywhere in Costa Rica, but my call to action to you is, if you're looking in the province Punta Arenas, where I live, at the Peninsula de Nicoya area, Santa Teresa, Delicias, Montezuma, I am in contact with lots of property owners who have beautiful pieces to offer. Message me and I can connect you with each other. And this is how I bought my property, right? Without a realtor, just with a good attorney that has proved to be working for many people in the area, who's trustable. He has an office in San Jose. He speaks Dutch, French and Spanish, and is a pro in doing the right due diligence, finding out if the property is licensed to be sold, etc., etc., etc. I know so many people who worked with this attorney, so I'm happy to share my attorney details with you. Message me if you want to be in contact with property owners in this area, like at Montezuma, Delicia, Santa Teresa, at the Peninsula de Nicoya. And I'm happy to connect with you and to just, tour you around. It's what I recently started to do, and I have a lot of joy in doing that because it's a win-win. I help to create nice new neighbors here on our peninsula. There's a special type of people who are looking to live here because it's really a rural type of area. And also I know so many awesome people who benefit from living here, who are done with living in the USA or in Europe, elsewhere. They want to work online like I do. There's a glass fiber optics internet here where I live, so for people who work online it's perfect, right? To live in my area. There's still property for sale in the area where I live, and I cannot wait to see more awesome people from around the world coming here. So I benefit too from attracting awesome neighbors to my neighborhood, right? And at the other hand, there's so many people who invested their funds in properties, and they deserve to have a nice buyer, so they're out of trouble and someone else is creating a fresh start, right? And it's a win-win. So again, I'm here to serve you at my channel. Muriel, they call me Muriel from the Sunshine Family. Someone made that name up for us, so I just started to use it. Of course, Costa Rica is super sunny. If you have any questions, send me a text message on Facebook Messenger. My link is in the description below and here on the screen. If you want to work remotely and online as an affiliate marketer and generate passive income, the first link in the description below. I'm here to serve you. Feel free to reply to my video. Give me your thumbs up. Like my video, and of course share my video if you think it can benefit, others can benefit from it. And I will never pretend to be the expert about real estate, but I'm just sharing what I have learned, and I don't want you to make mistakes. A lot of information again is outdated. The so-called pros, investors, realtor, companies, they are just keeping their head above the water and are actually like sinking ships. So be aware before you purchase anything, to do your due diligence, and hit me up, ask me for advice. I am here. I also do calls with people. You can book a call with me. I can help you look things up for you. I'm here to serve you again. And with that being said, I'm gonna round up my video. Thank you for watching. Welcome in my world. Muriel, thanking you from Costa Rica, Pura Vida. Looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Ciao.